Hey, it's Chris Brown here. Today I have been in search of the Mount Aetna Sky Tram or Skycar, and amazingly enough, it does still exist. So as I'm traveling down the hill a little bit further, I'm catching a little bit better glimpse of some of the original supports showing the tram, and if you can catch that third one way up there, that just really gives you an idea of how high this thing would have escalated into the air. Should be in the ballpark of right around 2,800 feet. May not sound like a whole lot, but boy, once you get up there, it just totally opens up how high you actually are. So, very cool destination here. What is now called Raccoon Mountain used to be Mount Aetna. This was discontinued in 1985, and ever since it has still been sitting pretty much exactly where it would have started, which is just boggles my mind actually. So for the drum roll, here is the actual Skytram itself. It's in pretty rough condition, but I'm going to pan over here and give you guys a look. So essentially, based on the color and the paint, this literally has been abandoned since 1985. You can see there's been a couple repairs that attempted to be made to the unit. This very well could have been the original cable that would have actually sent the tram up the mountain, up the side of the mountain. There's some really cool pictures that were released not too long ago on Times Free Press, which essentially shows what this would have looked like in its prime, all painted up nicely. And if you look real close to the windows, hopefully I'll be able to find that picture and place it on this video. You'll actually be able to match up that this is in fact the same tram that would have went up the mountain back in its heyday, discontinued in 1985. Taking a look inside here, it would have been pretty nice and cozy back in its day. You can see all the paint is essentially peeled, and they actually have taken off the mechanism that would have attached to the cable itself. But this is just absolutely amazing. Been abandoned for all these years and essentially hasn't traveled away from the spot where it started. What's kind of cool is all the little kids that see this get very excited very quickly, and so far everybody thinks that it's just a train car, a very small train car if it were to be one, when in fact it is actually a tram that would have went right up the mountain on the cables, which is just totally fascinating to me anyways, and hopefully to you as well. Maybe some of the electrical workings that would have originally been in here. Looks like someone's tried to take the copper out. The lights on the inside of this look relatively new, all things considered. I was thinking maybe they possibly plugged it in or something like that. But it's just kind of sitting out on the patio here, where they've got some tables and umbrellas, and it still exists. You can see all the different layers of paint that it's been throughout the years. I guess quite possibly some of the original paint looks like it would have been maybe red, painted yellow over the years, and then back to red, which would have been its original color.
Awesome! Look! That! Look! No, I don't. That looks like houses.
So it looks like this would have been the mechanism which would have pulled the tram up the mountain. Looks like everything's still pretty well intact. This has been converted to just storage for the guys who would be going through the cave tour here. Got the helmets and everything. But once again, you can kind of get a look at some of the mechanisms that would have made this all work. And I just cannot believe that the tram is still in its original spot. Totally amazing. Very cool day. Good find.